Subject Academy learner, aka Sal. This is Pavan and Gowda at this end. Today I'm your history and geography mentor. Today we are going to be doing water resources, another great chapter and very important chapter because it's gonna come for 2 marks, 1 marks, which is obviously MCQs, and then it's you can get this at your 5 mark question or your case based study. Either ways, like one or the other. ठीक है, चलो हम चलते हैं. हमें पता लग गया है इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है इस चैप्टर का, तो हम फोकस करेंगे. ठीक है, बिकॉज वाटर रिसोर्सेज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So we'll move on to water scarcity and the need for water conservation and management. Obviously, water scarcity has been a really big problem in India since the early 21st century, because within the industrialization, modernization, urbanization that has been happening in India throughout the 2 centuries, toward the late 20th century and early 21st century, water is a very essential. Okay, it plays a really good essential role, right? And we have been over exploiting it, and excessive use and unequal access to water among different social groups, because like many social groups in villages, you might not get like a really good distribution of water, right? If you went to your dada's or nana's house, there is like less water, and there's like a short time period where the water comes, right? And you have to store it, or you have to go like a couple of miles. Now it is distribution हो रहा है government initiative और ये plans के माध्यम से, पर ये ऐसा होता था सोशल ग्रुप्स में. और ये समर टाइम्स या फिर ये कुछ बैड सीजन्स, नो रेन वाले सीजन्स में ये आदिवासी लोगों या ट्राइबल पीपल को इतना सारा पानी एक्सेस नहीं होता है, ये बोल रहे हैं. एंड वाटर इज स्कैर्स, दैट मीन्स कमी है पानी की. आप बोलोगे लाइक सी में भी है, वो हम इतना प्यूरिफाई नहीं कर पी नहीं सकते. ठीक है, सो फ्रेश वाटर क्वांटिटी इज वेरी लेस. ऑलराइट, इफ वी लुक एट द रेशियो to fresh water or drinkable water or usable water, it is very less to the ratio of the sea water or ocean water, right? And we also saw an example in the sustainable department of the economics of first chapter, development में आपने देखा होगा is like how groundwater level in India is increasing. Sorry, groundwater level is decreasing in India, right? So by that, all of these groundwater levels have been exploiting the people in this region who have like borewell or something like that. They have over exploiting it and making it so that the ground water level decreases. And after the natural processes, it's very hard to replenish all of that quantity of water at once, right? If we use like some water, it will be replenished. The groundwater level will be static, that it will be maintained होगा. ठीक है, पर हम जब बहुत सारे अमाउंट्स में हम पानी को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर यूज़ करेंगे, तो वो स्टैटिक नहीं होगा, वो नीचे चला जाएगा. जब भी वो रिप्लेनिश होगा रेन के माध्यम से या किसी और के मुताबिक, वो इतना बढ़ेगा नहीं जितना हम चाहते हैं ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल. तो इसीलिए, right? And then we have to talk about MLCs, that is multinational corporation, all right, which came into India, and we have to read about this. Today in India, hydroelectric power contributes approximately 22% of the total electricity, right? And it also and we need that fragile water resources are now being over exploited and have been caused depletion in several of these cities. Okay, so depletion का मतलब है कम होता जाना. ठीक है, इन several cities में, या फिर आप बोल सकते हो, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दिस वेरी अर्बन सिटी मुंबई की एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. उसमें बहुत सारी लोग रहते हैं, अपार्टमेंट्स हैं बड़ी बड़ी, और इट नीड्स अ लॉट ऑफ वाटर, फ्रेश वाटर. जो नदियाँ है उसके आसपास, वो इतना बोझ नहीं उठा सकती. I mean, the rivers have to supply the water to all of the neighboring things and even to the large city Mumbai. It's a very hard, and it will put a lot of stress on that rivers, so that river will be depleting away. right? That is what we are trying to convey here. That is why we need to conserve water. And even the fresh water resources that we have right now are being polluted. जो जब हम वाटर पोल्यूशन के बारे में सोचते हैं तो बहुत सारे केमिकल्स यूज़ करते हैं फार्मर्स आजकल, जो अपने क्रॉप्स या वो क्रॉप्स को उगाने के लिए, मतलब फर्टिलाइजर्स वगैरह वगैरह, राइट? सो all of these chemicals end up in like a sewage drain or a river or a pond or a lake, which damages that river's ecosystem, right? वो फिशेस हो या फिर फ्लोरा हो, उसको परमानेंटली डैमेज कर सकती है। और ये फूड चेन जो होगा, प्लैंक्टन्स, आपने पढ़ा होगा ना, अवर एनवायरनमेंट ने सर ने पढ़ाया होगा आपको, तो उसमें बहुत सारी चेंजेस आएगी फूड वेब और फूड चेन में भी, ठीक है? चलो, हम बात कर ली इसके बारे में, ठीक है? और वी हैव टू सी मल्टीपर्पज रिवर प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड इरिगेशन वाटर मैनेजमेंट। इनमें से तो लाइक 5 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, और या 3 मार्क का या 5 मार्क का, ठीक है? आप पढ़ लो इसको। और केस बेस्ड स्टडी में भी बहुत सारे समय मैंने देखा है प्री बोर्ड पेपर में डिफरेंट स्कूल्स के या डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस पे, या सैम्पल पेपर में भी जो क्या है केस बेस्ड स्टडी आएगा, वो इसी सेक्शन में आया है, ठीक है? सो when we see conservations of water, we think of like river basins or something like that, right? Not supplying. We have continued this tradition in modern day India by building dams in most of our river basins. River basins का मतलब है एक river का 2 points होते हैं, originating point and then the basin where the river ends up, right? Obviously every river in the world should end up in a in a ocean, in a sea, right? So that is what we have, and in between we build a dam or something to control the water that is flowing into the rivers and oceans, right? And we need to do this because after the water is conserved right there, we can use that water, we can channel it to different parts of that region, right? If the water is just like flowing, we cannot extract it that easily. But if the water is like stored and static, that is, it's been stable, we can easily use it, right? So that is what this multi-purpose river projects mean. All right. So and they can ask you for 3 marks, 5 marks, as I told you, how these things like contribute to the economy, वगैरह वगैरह, and then map देंगे इसमें. And then we have the classification of dams, जिसके basis dams are classified according to the structure, intended purpose or height. Based on the structure, materials used, dams are classified as timber dams, that means made by timber का मतलब wood, or embankment dams or masonry dams with several subtypes. Masonry dams का मतलब stone या cement से बनाया हुआ mason, ठीक है? विथ सेवरल सब टाइप्स भी है. एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द हाइट ऑफ द डैम दे कैन बी कैटेगराइज्ड एज लार्ज डैम्स एंड मेजर डैम्स, और ऑल्टरनेटिवली एज लो डैम्स, मीडियम हाइट डैम्स एंड हाई डैम्स. ऑलराइट, यू गॉट इट? सो एंड नाउ मूविंग ऑन, we have this amazing map. So we have to remember this Hirakund because it was asked in many times, and this Chambala basin and this Sardar Sarovar, and then Tungabhadra basin was asked in one of the thing, and Nagarjuna Sagar was also asked, and then Salal project, sorry, not that, and then Bakranangal was also asked, and the river basins were also asked, right? Like Rana Pratap Sagar उन्होंने पूछा था पिछली बार, ठीक है? इन सब दिस 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 है, ठीक है? और इन बेसन्स को पूछा गया था पिछले पेपर्स में. और तराई, हाँ, तराई को कैसे बोल सकता है, ठीक है? इन सभी को मार्क कर लीजिए, और इन सभी में ही आएगा, ठीक है? उन्होंने पूछा था जो तुंगाभद्रा बेसिन, मतलब बेसिन का मतलब जस्ट लाइक डैम्स कहाँ पर है, ठीक है? वहाँ पर, ठीक है? And then we have rainwater harvesting is a very important thing, because let's wrap this up under 15 minutes, okay? Okay. And then rainwater harvesting, you have a basic idea of what is rainwater harvesting. It is just harvesting the water which comes from the rain. Obviously, from the years you might be hearing, the purest form of water you can get is rainwater. But nowadays, due to all of the pollution, all of the amount of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide has been releasing to the air, the rainwater now we get, it's somewhat acidic. If we check the pH, it will be below 7. That means acidic. Okay, even if it's like a kind of a, what is it? I'm sorry. Okay, even that acidic water that we get below 7 is like less acidic. That is somewhat acid that is falling on you. Okay, because water from coming down from the clouds, it will get mixed or mixed with the atmospheric carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, and it will turn into that acid. All right. And this acid water is formed when, obviously I told you, rainwater is mixed with carbon dioxide in the nature, that is carboxylic weak carboxylic acid. All right. So we have that process going on when it mixes with the, I'm telling you again and again, that makes a carbonic acid. Okay. So moving on, that is what rainwater harvesting refers to. We have some of the examples. You can go back and obviously read this. And we also have rainwater, or palar pani as a commonly refers in this parts, considered the purest form of natural water, I told you. And many houses constructed underground rooms adjoining the tanka. The tanka means the top tank that sits at the top of your building, like, yeah, that beats the summer heat, as it would keep the room cool. Okay, by this configuration, it would keep the room cool. And we have this interesting fact you can read, which is also not important. So that is what रेन हार्वेस्टिंग द वाटर दैट कम्स फ्रॉम द रेन. मैप के लिए इसमें 1 मार्क्स का तो आएगा ही आएगा. चलो, ये 8 प्लेसेस है वो लिख लो कहीं पर, और या आपने ही एक मैप लेकर वहाँ पर मार्क कर दो. ठीक है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जो है मैं फिर से बता रहा हूँ: सलाल प्रोजेक्ट, बाखरा नंगल, तहरी, चंबाल रिवर, राणा प्रताप सागर, सरदार सरोवर, नागार्जुन सागर, तुंगभद्रा, हिराकुंड. इन सभी प्लेसेस में एक तो पूछेंगे ही पूछेंगे बच्चा. और एक और पूछ सकता है, ये जो स्ट्रक्चर्स इन एंशिएंट इंडिया है ना, हाइड्रोक्लिक स्ट्रक्चर्स, इनमें से भोपाल लेक को पूछ सकते हैं. एमसीक्यूज में पूछ सकता है. ठीक है, आई वाज डूइंग अ सैम्पल पेपर फ्रॉम दिस फॉर यू गाइस टू पिक आउट द PYQs and whatnot, and they gave like where is Bhopal located or something like that, right? On, sorry, largest artificial lake in the 11th century. And where is it? They gave like Delhi, Bhopal, Mumbai, Pune, Mumbai, like that, or Pune, and you have to see Bhopal, right? And then that's what they gave. हाँ, चलो, हो गया. और we finished this chapter under 15 minutes. It's actually 13 minutes right now. So this in chapters में I have told you once, but I'm going to tell you again. इस chapter very important, 1 मार्क्स का आएगा, और 2 मार्क्स या 3 मार्क्स का आने की चांसेस बहुत कम है, पर आ सकता है. और या फिर आप 4 मार्क्स के लिए केस बेस्ड स्टडी आ सकता है, या फिर 5 मार्क्स के लिए लॉन्ग आंसर वाले क्वेश्चंस में आ सकता है. ठीक है, चलो, इस चैप्टर को एक्टिवली रिवाइज करते रहो जब तक आपकी बोर्ड्स कंप्लीट ना हो जाए सोशल साइंस के. ठीक है, हाँ, okay. So I'm your history and geography mentor, Pavan Gowda, at Subjects Academy Learner. If you like this video, please like down below, and I'll be coming up with the PYQs of this chapter really soon after the 1st Feb. All right, so the timetable has not been set yet. I should not be telling you this, but yeah, we have a lot of fun things planned and even very important things. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel.